you can just look and make sure, verify on our live broadcast page that everybody can hear us loud and clear. They can see us because we have people chatting since like earlier today, since 2 o'clock this morning. 2 o'clock this afternoon. So let's just verify that we are live.
Okay, I'm just getting a please stand by.
Yeah.
You can see it?
No, it says please stand by.
It says stand by?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's make sure.
It says on air, and it says live on the page, but it says please stand by. I don't see the picture. There we go.
We're
good. We're good.
All right, well, let me go ahead and we're getting some feedback. So I think, Lanika, we need to mute your line. But hello, everyone. We're so excited about all of you guys who are out there waiting. You've been waiting all day today as you've seen us promote tonight's Hangout, guys, knowing that it's just an epic lineup of women with amazing stories, with so much to share with you on tonight. So we thank you guys for being here. And I am Nicole Cooper. You're going to get a chance to hear from everyone on this panel tonight. And I'll tell you what, if you have not had a chance to actually promote this, do what you can right now to tell people to get on tonight's Google Hangout because it's going to be epic. If you see this lineup of people here, it's almost like putting the Oprahs of the world with the Beyoncés of the world, with the Donald Trumps, and you name whoever is someone to admire. You have that panel of women here on tonight. So we're going to actually go through and get everyone a chance to welcome. I think we're getting
with amazing stories.
Okay, I think I had to mute you, Annetta. But we'll go through and we're going to welcome everyone, give everybody a chance to pretty much, if they don't know who you are, if you don't mind going through and sharing who you are. And because we're looking at the screen from left to right, Annetta, you are our chosen one to get us started for tonight. So why don't you let everybody know who you are, where you currently are, what city you're in, and just a little bit about you. Did she freeze on us?
Oh, what did you say, Annetta?
Annetta? Uh-huh.
Hey, can you all hear me?
We can hear you. It's just that your screen is a little frozen.
Oh, okay. My name is Annetta Powell, and I am actually from Detroit, Michigan.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Who do we have next?
Hey everyone, my name is Lanika Scott, originally from Norfolk, Virginia, but I have been residing in North Carolina for the last 20 years.
Awesome. Hey guys, I'm Nicole Cooper, actually in Austin, Texas, but originally from Los Angeles, California. Miss Stormy.
Uh-oh, can you hear me now? Yes? All right. Well, guys, I'm Stormy Wellington. Of course, I live here in Atlanta, Georgia, hot Atlanta, and I am originally from Miami, Florida.
All right, guys, I am Tracy Walker, and I am here in hot Atlanta as well, and I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City.
Awesome, awesome. Well, ladies, we're so excited to have all of you on tonight and actually being able to do this within a 24-hour period of time. For all of you guys who are watching us, this was actually an idea yesterday, and I'm not sure who's on Facebook, but we're getting some little dings and chimes coming in, so you guys might want to close out your Facebook accounts. But I will just say this, in 24 hours, guys, we've been able to pull together some of the most amazing women in the industry who said yes. To be here to share with you their stories. And so what I pretty much want to do, because I get a chance to know a lot about all of you, pretty much have seen you on your growth with your journeys, I just kind of want to just share a little bit about what I've seen and have you guys share so that people can really get to know what you've done to succeed and how you got into where you are. Because Annetta, we'll start off with you. I mean, you're in Detroit, Michigan. Got started on the internet, what, about 3 years ago?
I started 3 years ago, May of 2010.
May of 2010. And ladies and gentlemen, what many of you guys don't know about Annetta, Annetta has a very strong presence on the internet, but one of the things that I admire about her is that she's actually taken her skill set of internet marketing and incorporated it into her background in real estate, also incorporated it into her franchise businesses that she owns with her tax companies. And she has so much stuff going on with traditional businesses. She is a mover and shaker as an entrepreneur. And so, Annetta, why don't you just share a little bit with them about what the power of internet marketing has done for you and how it's actually allowed you to really take your businesses to the next level?
Well, one thing that the internet has really done for me is, as you know, the real estate market crashed, and so we were.
Annetta, your sound went out.
Is it out now? Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry. And so you understand. So when the real estate market crashed from 2001 to 2008, I had to figure out what I needed to do. And of course, that's when I got into network marketing. And you know, at that time, once I got into network marketing and I realized that I could never be successful, talking to everybody and I was introduced to internet marketing. At that time, I realized that I can utilize the internet to do internet marketing through real estate and investing. So what I've done is I actually developed the skill set through internet marketing, and now market my real estate over in other countries like Singapore, Australia, the United Kingdom. And so, I have investors that buy portfolios from me, and I do it all through the internet. So it has helped me. So, with your internet marketing experience, it will help you as far as taking your business to the next level, because the average individual on real estate, taxes, they really don't understand internet marketing. But what I've done is I learned how to brand myself when it comes to real estate, as well as the taxes, like educating, how we teach 80-20, educate, and that's what I've done with real estate and taxes. So I'm able to, build a large, clientele with both businesses. Can you hear me?
I just had to unmute myself. So you're being really humble about what you're sharing. But ladies and gentlemen, Annetta's selling real estate to people in New Zealand, in Australia, all over the world, making all kinds of transactions and major deals, running a very successful and lucrative business. And it all started with her actually accessing and learning this skill of internet marketing. And I believe one of the key things that a lot of you guys will realize on tonight is these entrepreneurs are worth a lot of money. If you know their background, you know that they're actually really strong movers and shakers as entrepreneurs. But the key indicator here, guys, is the power of what internet marketing has been able to do to get them to the next level. So Annetta is really being very humble in her success. But guys, what she's accomplished, even in the real estate game, it's just so funny when we were talking when we were in Denver, and you were sharing about a lot of the business that you were getting and just the skill. You kept emphasizing the skill. What would you say to a lot of people out here who want to be wealthy, who want to be successful, but look at the internet as being intimidating? I mean, what was that journey like for you?
Well, the bottom line is, one thing I've learned, when it comes to internet marketing, a lot of people hesitate, and they really don't understand that, developing the skill set, spending the money in personal development, and really saying, I really need to go through the courses to learn it, because a lot of times everybody want to make a lot of money, but when it's time to, go through the courses or, spend the money, you have to spend the money to develop yourself. So, with learning internet marketing, it's not a lot. It's just making a commitment to discipline yourself, to, watch the videos, to listen. It's just really follow the leader, just do it. And a lot of people, they panic. Everybody want to be successful, but the key is making a decision to get in and just follow the steps. And if you do that, you can get to the next level. That's what people don't understand. And a lot of times, like I tell people all the time, at the end of the day, you look at internet marketing. The window, like I look at, Tracy, I look at you, and you guys say y'all been in internet marketing for 5 years, and y'all very successful, and that's awesome. And so you got to look at it as, if you can go to college and pay $30,000, $40,000, right, for 5 years, and turn around and you still got to get a job, you still got to get laid off, you don't know if you get a job, they dictate your lifestyle, but if you could just, take those 5 years and invest all you can into internet marketing and spend the money. Would you rather take that route, or would you rather go work for somebody for 30 years for 40 or 50,000 a year, and then when you retire, you got to go back to work? It just don't make sense. So a lot of times, people are lazy when it comes to learning things, and sometimes our job cripple us. It cripple us to the point to where we don't want to do anything. And so, when you have a job, you got to realize that, I have this job temporarily, but you got to focus on making it happen for yourself and, disciplining yourself to learn, internet marketing. Yep. What's going on?
I keep muting myself out. But yes, no, absolutely, Annetta. And I thank you for sharing that, because I think what most people don't understand is that when you have that skill level, even if you go to college, right, and you get those degrees, you're getting more degrees so that you can increase your value, so that even if you get a job, that job will be willing to pay you more because of your pedigree, because of your accomplishments, because you're saying, hey, I've invested an extra 2 years to get my master's and an extra 4 years to get my PhD, or an extra 8 years to get my medical degree. And what most people don't understand is that it's the same thing in the entrepreneurial world. If you invest in that skill set, you now increase your ability to increase your income, and you increase your value that will command more money to come your way. And that's pretty much, what it is that we've done. Well, thank you so much, Annetta, for getting us started. Of course, we're going to hear a lot from you on tonight. But I want to move on over to Miss Lanika Scott, because, guys, here's the deal with Lanika. It's funny, several years ago when we were in MySpace, right? This is when we were MySpace marketers, and I first got started online. I had learned this little sneaky ninja technique, right, on how to connect with people and be able to generate leads through MySpace. So I kind of followed the directions, right? I sat there like many of you guys are getting started in internet marketing, and you're watching these videos and you're taking notes and you're going through the process, and I did what they told me to do. And I ended up going out and trying to connect with these new people to share what it was that I was doing online. And Lanika was one of the first people that I connected with online back in 2008. And since then, we've done business together. Had a great level continue to have a great level of success working together. But what is very intriguing to me, guys, is that Lanika is a mom of 6 girls, okay? 6 girls. One just graduating from high school and one about to start kindergarten. So she has all ages in between. And she's been able to use this internet marketing skill to actually be home with her girls and still be able to make a substantial amount of income from home, giving her family a very good quality of life. So Lanika, why don't you just share with them a little bit about your story and how you got started, and pretty much how internet marketing has changed and transitioned your life.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing tonight? And it is such an honor and pleasure just to be amongst powerful women on tonight and sharing all of us sharing our stories. But Nicole is right. In 2008, I turned to the internet. I left corporate America in 2007, and I've not looked back, and neither do I intend upon going back. Okay. And so in 2008, I made a decision to be serious about what it was that I was going to do. And because of that decision, I have been able to see a lot of things, in the home-based business industry. It has definitely been such a blessing for my family and I, and my 6 daughters, as well as my husband. I did get started on MySpace. And one of the things that I want to share with you is this message, and, the other leaders will be sharing messages, and I want you all to take something away. It may be a piece here that Tracy may say, that Nicole may say, that Stormy may say, that Annetta may say, but you want to take from this. But one of the things that we cannot stress enough is the ability to follow other people that have already proved themselves in the industry. You see, I also met Tracy Walker in 2008 as well, and I remember when I came across her site, I was like, why does she have this on her page? The opt-in button, right? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Realizing that I needed to follow, but not only follow, but implement what the people were doing. The thing about the internet that I really love is that there's a broader playing field, all right? Because now, it's not just, in your backyard or in your neighborhood, but a global. So when you think of it from the standpoint of being able to have a global business that you're able to operate from home. You get up and you see where you've gotten a message from Africa, someone from Hawaii, someone from India, someone from places where you've never even heard of, then you know that you've definitely tapped into something phenomenal. But the home-based business industry, again, has been such a blessing to me in my life, and I have been able to use the power of the internet to be able to connect with people. I'm going to share with you this one testimony before we move over to Stormy. A young man called me on today. He had placed a video out there about our business, the business that we are a part of, and that, of course, is Empower Network. He's not a part of the Empower Network, but he's an internet marketer, and he was just giving some good feedback about the company. Well, after a few days, he got 11,000 hits on his video, and he called me, and he's like, I need to get in this business, because little did I know I was going to be able to get that level of views on my video just about the company that you're a part of. And that's what we have to understand is the impact that many people that have started internet marketing business are able to do. So a little bit about myself. I've been consistently building over the last few years, and I'm just very excited about the place where I'm at.
And of course, you're being very humble. Making $40,000 a month. That's not normal for a mother six at home. But okay. Awesome. And you know what? I'm glad you shared that story, because today I was working out at the gym. And I was looking at, and this is the power of internet marketing, guys. And I said, I'm able to. But I was at the gym, and I don't watch TV. I don't even have cable because I don't want to watch TV. But I was watching what was on the news or some kind of extra show or something like that. And it was a feature about this guy from Sweden, maybe, or Norway. And he shot a video, a YouTube video, about his ability to kick a football anywhere. Like, he had all these little tricks, and he would kick it through a football field goal, and he would kick it over whatever. He would do all these different things. He can kick them in trash cans across a football field. He was very good with kicking this ball. The guy did not play football. He was just good at kicking the ball. Well, this video went viral on YouTube. And I think he did it like a year or two ago. It went viral on YouTube, and I think the Detroit Lions was the team that heard about this guy, flew him in, and actually just signed him to be their field goal, whatever the kicker is, their kicker for their team. And he just allowed them to win their opening preseason game. And I just looked at that. I said, who would have known that this guy existed in Norway or Sweden or wherever he was in Norway, and he would be able to have this level of a dream being on a football team with that gift of being able to kick the ball. So it's all about having that, taking your gift, taking your skills, being able to use the internet and leverage it and put it out there. And as I go into sharing that, and I thank you for sharing that, Lanika, about the guy whose video went viral with 11,000 views, but we got to move on to this person who has pretty much created a viral presence and didn't even realize that she was doing internet marketing. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys, you see here Miss Stormy Wellington out of the Atlanta, Georgia. And I'll just share a little bit about Stormy, guys. We've known Stormy for a couple of years. Lanika, Stormy, and I, and Annetta, we actually all worked together several years ago. And we pretty much knew each other in passing and kind of connected at different events. But recently, Stormy reached out to me because we were connecting on Instagram, and she was like, Nicole, what is it that you do? She was like, all I really know about you is whenever we were out somewhere, you had a laptop with you. What is it that you do? And so we got into a conversation, and she pretty much was sharing how she put her book on Kindle, and she wanted to get more of a presence on Kindle and promote her book more and build more of a global presence. And that led into a conversation where we are today, where she has become an amazing partner of ours, killing the game, hitting #1 on the leaderboards, doing so many different things, but also realizing the power of internet marketing and that skill set and her ability to take what she's already established to share with so many other people who have been following her. So, Stormy, it's so good to have you on this panel, sis. We've gone through multiple conversations in the past couple of weeks, and I've just seen you grow and blossom once you grasp this concept, and I can only imagine what kind of fires and trails you're about to blaze now that you've really tapped into this industry. But why don't you share with everyone a little bit about how you ended up here?
Wow, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
First of all, I want to say that this is extremely interesting, and it's a little funny to me because I've never done this before. But it actually feels good because I'm a visionary, and I often tell people that I live in my future. And so my new life of being a mother all over again is going to actually take place in less than 60 days. And so I could just envision myself doing this, feeding my baby at the same time, helping other people and making money. So I'm sorry. I just had to say that. I want to say definitely, it's an honor to be on this, I guess, hangout with, of course, my good friend, Annetta Powell. I've been knowing her for a while. We've done some things in the industry of network marketing together and have grown to love her. Of course, Lanika. I've always admired you, what you've been able to do. I promise you, I just couldn't figure it out, and that's messed up. Y'all didn't tell me the secret a long time ago, but it's all good. But definitely glad to be on here with you, Lanika, of course, you, Nicole, and then you, Tracy. I've been watching you online, and I don't know, you guys do a very good way of making that good, inconspicuous money. So I ain't mad at that, but basically, guys, I got involved with Empower Network because I'm no dummy. I guess that's the best way to put it. I've been involved in the industry of network marketing since 2008. I love the industry. I love what it does for a person in terms of development and the income potential. And I love how you literally can write your own checks. But what happened is that I have to say about a month and a half ago, at 6.5 months pregnant, I found myself in a position where I couldn't go out there and do what was necessary to currently or to consistently build my business. I was really weak. I had, no energy. And I remember days laying on my couch saying, wait a minute, this is not me. And I didn't know that something was wrong. I just thought that I was just pregnant, not knowing that my energy level was being taken away because my iron was low. And so I'm so used to hustling and bustling. My mind wanted to go do work, but my body was like, sit down. And so I looked up and I had to do something. Right now, when you look at the industry that I'm involved in, it's all about really recruitment. You got to know how to recruit. You got to know how to develop leaders, and you have to know how to develop a global presence. And so I plan on spanning my team to many markets and, of course, doing some great things, but I'm not able to go out there and do it the way I was used to doing it. So when I laid on that couch that day, I remember just bursting out in tears. I burst out in tears and was like, what is happening? I cannot believe this is happening to my life. I'm a successful network marketer that's used to making, multiple comma checks, and now I can't even walk from my couch to the bathroom. And I talked to a friend of mine who said something to me that really woke me up. It was that wake up call, I would have to say. He said to me, Stormy, we're in a position where we've done nothing wrong. We've been doing what we were supposed to do, but things have just changed and we didn't realize it. And he said that, one thing that's constant in life is change. And he said, maybe you should think about doing things differently. And I got off that phone with him and I meditated and prayed for a moment, and then I called you. And when I called you, I was just asking you questions. And the thing that really sparked my interest the most, Nicole, was when you talked about having the ability to develop a skill set. I know as an entrepreneur and as a business person, you have to learn how to reinvent yourself every 2 to 3 years, meaning being able to, consistently bring value to people. So the skill sets piqued my interest. When you talked about global exposure, but when you talked about being a trainer, being able to train people and help people and being able to do seminars and workshops, and that's been an arena that I've been wanting to move in for quite some time. And so I honestly, took a look at your company at Empower Network to be able to build my current business. But I have to say, when I took a look at the compensation plan and how my income wasn't going to be 100% tied to the potential of others, I got to repeat that. I love my industry of network marketing, but having your income tied to the potential of other people sometimes can get scary. And so that 100% commission, and that chick over there to the left, Miss Annetta Powell, when I finished talking to her, I said, hold on, wait a minute. and I just had to dive right in. So I love it. I've been able to learn a lot. I've been able to earn money, and the main thing is that I haven't left my house. Guys, literally, you guys were laughing at me because I put a little spruce up on, because I've been in my pajamas with my headband on, and it's been a blessing. So I'm excited to be here.
You know, it's so good to actually be able to see someone who has established such a precedence in the industry, because we've known you for a while. You've been #1 across the board in multiple places. But it's good when a mega leader pays attention to what we're doing, because it lets you know that, you know, we always hear this whole concept, you're in the right place at the right time. But literally, I know for a fact we're in the right place at the right time. And so I'm really, really honored just to have you here on this panel tonight, being able to share your story, to bring awareness to people that need to realize, guys, you got to step your game up and get a skill set. You know, I think one of the most vital things that you and I talked about, Stormy, when we were on the phone, is the fact that a lot of times we're in front of the room with a lot of people, and we want to be able to show people something that they can do based on who they are, that will allow them to evolve and succeed. And that internet marketing, it caters to everyone and anyone. And then I'll just go ahead and share a little bit about Tracy and our experience, and you actually got a chance to witness it when we were in Denver, Stormy. But a gentleman by the name of Ali, we were standing all in the hallway. It was pretty crowded, and he heard Tracy and I's voice, and he had a stick. He was blind. And he was like, "Is that Nicole Cooper?" And I introduced myself to him, and we began to talk. He said, "Is that Tracy Walker?" Right. But a long story short, you saw us stand there. We actually ended up talking with him for a good while and doing videos. He's an internet marketer who blogs that's blind, and actually building a business because he tapped into this skill set. And that's the power of internet marketing, is that it can be all things to all people. And really giving a lot of people a chance to win once they tap into it. So good, so honored to hear from you. We're going to hear more from you on tonight. I'm going to actually go on over to my sister, my friend, my mentor, who actually we got started together. When I got started online, and I was at home in Stormy's situation. Stormy and I talked about this a lot, but I was pregnant with my daughter. I couldn't get a job. Things had changed. And I needed to find a way to make money from home, and you know, even being pregnant, being with my child. And I started getting online and Googling, trying to figure out how to make money from home, how to work from home. And this young lady's face kept coming up called Wealth Angel. And I was like, who in the heck is this chick? Like, why every time I type something in the internet, her face comes up? And I was so intrigued by it that I did what Stormy did to me. I reached out to her, and I'm like, who are you and what do you do? What is it that you have going on that every time I'm on the internet, you so conveniently find your face on my computer telling me something through YouTube? Like, I just didn't understand what it was. I now realize that it's called search engine optimization and keyword research, and understanding the skill of internet marketing. But it's also called destiny. Tracy has been one of my best friends in this industry, and someone that I've walked side by side with. But she's also been an amazing mentor to show me how to rise to the top in an internet marketing industry. Guys, she is the #1 earner in Empower Network, well on her way to earning $1 million within the next couple of months. I believe she'll hit that mark. But most importantly, she's a community builder who's poured into the lives of thousands of people to really show them how to develop this skill set. So, Miss Tracy Walker, we are so glad to have you here. Missy, why don't you share with everybody a little bit about you?
Okay, I started with, I'm just laughing at Stormy because she want to get her name up there on the screen. I love it. This is literally earned while you learn. When we say that, we literally mean that over here. Earn while you learn. That's so fun. So I'm sure somebody helped you out, Stormy. I was getting ready to start typing, but you know, I'm thrilled to be here because I've never had the opportunity to work directly or even indirectly really with Anetta or Stormy. And Lanika, as a result of just some things back in 2008, we kind of collided, but Nicole, you and Lanika kind of took off doing some things, and this is really my first opportunity to work closely with Lanika as well. And, you know, after all these years, the irony to me is that, you know, I've watched Stormy when she was in other companies, and, you know, I know the whole thing. I watched her go from here to there to here to there, and the books and all this stuff, and I never would have thought in a million years that we could all create an alliance like this. where the true intent is really to help each other, to help our organizations, to help the people in our organizations, and really be dedicated to lifting up people and helping them gain the skill set, Nicole, as you are, the advocate for helping people to gain the skill set associated with internet marketing that can allow them to make money at the push of a button anytime they ever wanted to, and for me, everything was a very, I was kind of thrown into this because I was in the process of like losing my house and cars being repossessed and bankruptcy twice and all this stuff, and just really only thing I could focus on was that there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. I just know God did not bring me to the point where I was at to have accumulated, some decent, I would say some riches, right? Because it wasn't wealth, it was riches. And then just throw me out and say, oh, well, I knew there had to be something more to it. And so when I stepped into this world, I was hungry. I was determined. I had to figure things out. Either I was going to learn it, or I was going to be on the street, and that was not an option at all. It was just not an option. So I got to work. And so I happen to be a person that I don't buy many excuses from people. I don't care what your circumstance is, what your situation is. I do have empathy, and I do understand that circumstances are different, but we talk about Oli, right, who's blind. There's a guy on another team, his name is David Gitas. He's deaf. Right? We've got people on our organization that is a C5 quadriplegic, right? We've got another gentleman that's a paraplegic. Blogging with, pencils in their hands, right? One of them, because he can't even use his hands, he's blogging with a pencil in his mouth, right? And he's still asking questions and getting through. So I just don't believe that this is impossible to do if you absolutely want to do it, although we may have various reasons why. And so to be able to be here tonight and see all these lovely ladies and be able to share with the people that are joining us here tonight any value that we can give them from our different perspectives is really what I'm excited to do. And one last thing, Nicole, before I turn it back over to you is, today I was in my car driving downtown, and every morning I do meditations, and I happen to have this little app on my phone from T. Harv Eker, which is essentially the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, right? And so he has these different cards. They're kind of like index cards, but they're really like flashcards, right? So on one side of the card, it will have a big message, right, a topic. And on the other side of the card, it will actually have details of what that topic is talking about. In fact, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is what it looks like, right? T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And then what happens, these different cards that are on there, you can just kind of select a different card, right? You can choose something. And so I chose today a card that talked about increase your value, right? I just spun the thing, and whatever it landed on, I just used that. And it said increase your value. And I said, okay, I do pretty good with value, but clearly this card popped up here for a reason, and I decided to do a video on it. But basically what this card talked about was, if you are not making enough money in your business, and since the amount of money you make is directly proportionate to the amount of value that you give to the marketplace, that obviously if you're not making enough money, it's because your value is weak, right? Nobody wants to pay you for what you have. It's a super, super simple concept. You go into a store, right? And if you don't believe that Louis Vuitton is real, you're not going to fork over $3 grand for the Louis Vuitton. It's just not going to happen. The value isn't there. Likewise, with us as entrepreneurs, if people have an opportunity to purchase something from you, like our blogging platform or any of the trainings that we provide in Empower Network, if people, don't value you and believe that you as the bridge or the source of this information is credible, or that you can provide them with insight, or that you can help them go from the level that they're on to another level, then it's not about the $25. It's not about the $100. It's not about the $51.45. What it's about, they don't believe that you can get them where they want to go. Therefore, they'll still buy, but they'll just buy from Stormy, or they'll just buy from Nicole, or they'll just buy from Annetta or Lanika. They just won't buy from you. And so the whole point is, this is a place where you can actually learn skill sets, like technical skill sets, but simultaneously you can increase your value through products like our Inner Circle, like our Costa Rica, like our 15K and our master's course. You add all that up on top of the ability to earn 100% commissions, and you do it from the comfort of your own home or while you're traveling around and whatever. There's just nothing like it before. And so we are definitely in a very, very special place in timing right now, a very, very unique, as I would say, portal in the universe, where those of us who see it can go right through that portal and jump on the other side and experience success. And there are going to be some others hanging off the hole, holding on, hoping and wishing they had jumped through when we did. So, Nicole, I'm going to turn it back over to you, but I am thrilled to be here. And oh, you did say I was the #1 earner in Empower. No, I'm not the #1 earner, #1 female, but I will say this. I did increase in rank to #4 all time today, as opposed to #5. So that is something that we can celebrate.
Well, you #1 earner in my book, girl.
Oh, thank you. That's how your family does.
Yeah, but you hit #4. Okay, so guys, let me just explain to you what she just shared, because there's a lot of guests on here tonight, right? And many of you guys, this is your first time really getting on and getting a chance to hear a little bit about who we are. Many of you guys have been introduced to Empower Network. You don't quite understand what is it. And some of the terminology that we're using is like going over your head. Just to let you guys know what Tracy is sharing from being #4. #4 means that out of over 150,000 people who are affiliates within Empower Network, she has earned the 4th most highest income in the company. And I think the #1 earner has earned over $2 million. So that lets you know she's not that far behind to be in the #4th position and being the #1 female earner. So it speaks volumes, and I think it's very important for you guys to understand that, because a lot of us, like we talked about on tonight, we want to be successful, we want to be wealthy, and Netta hit that. But guys, here's some things that you need to grasp a hold of. Is that we all have been students of what internet marketing is. We've all been students of getting online and watching videos and seeing what other people are doing to begin to promote themselves and brand themselves and promote a product and create products. And Empower Network is like this amazing fast-tracking place, this community, where if you don't understand what internet marketing is, you have no clue really what branding is, how to social media, how to use social media for business and things like that. I would just tell you, Stormy is an amazing testament of learn while you earn. Because we were talking today, you know, I was looking at the leaderboards, and she hit #1. Had it come in, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, getting involved 2 or 3 weeks ago. And Stormy and I are on the phone like 20 times a day. And what I love about her is she's so coachable. Extremely, extremely coachable, because she's like, Nicole, I want you to treat me like I know absolutely nothing, despite her pedigree and her background and her accomplishments in her industry. And she's coming in and she's like, okay, what is this? What is that? But she's taking massive action. And what's so beautiful about our community, guys, is it literally, and Annetta hit this, is follow the leader. There are certain things that we did on tonight when we promoted this event, and we literally said, hey guys, why don't you share this event with other people? We gave the email that they can share. We actually gave the image for them to use to promote the event. We said, go ahead and share it on Facebook. Share it on, if you have an email list, share with everyone you know. And literally people got so many different individuals from all over the world on this event tonight by following the leader. That's pretty much what we do in internet marketing, is we follow the leads of the people who know what they're doing, even if you don't know what you're doing. And that's how we've been able to figure it out and learn while we earn. So, well, guys, I'm so glad that you guys have pretty much shared a little bit of your story. But I will say, a little commercial break. Someone just actually sent me a text and said that some of our buttons are not showing up. So, guys, why don't you go ahead and refresh your screen right now so you can see our chat box, and you can see our the comment box, and you can see like our join buttons for those of you that are interested in joining, okay? So he said, tell everyone to refresh refresh the comments, Carlton. I hope I'm following your directions properly. Go ahead and refresh your screen, guys, and you'll be able to see the chat box so that you can be able to communicate with and share if you have questions and things that you want to share. And also you can hit the join button. Okay, I'm going to refresh my screen as well so I can make sure. Okay, I see it now too. So make sure, yeah, you guys hit the refresh button. All right. Okay, so I'm starting to see all the comments, and we're getting some really good comments. Turn your passions into profits. Absolutely. Well, guys, I'll just share a little bit about my story. I've shared a little bit as I've shared with other people, but I come from a background in real estate as well. And one of the things that I've learned in real estate, it was about marketing. I moved to a city where I only knew 2 people, which was my husband's family, and I needed a career. I needed to do something. I was a waitress at Red Lobster. I was fresh out of college, a couple of years out of college, and I knew I didn't want to get a job. So I was trying to figure out how can I make a lot of money without going through the corporate ladder, being able to succeed. And I got involved in real estate in Orlando, Florida, and I pretty much I figured out who was the top earner in that company. And I watched everything that he did, and our company had a library. And I would go spend time in his library because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I needed to keep going and try to get instructions to figure out what should I do. And the best way, guys, to get instructions is to see people that have the results that you want and follow their lead. And that's what I did. I found this guy. His name was Tony Marino, very corporate guy, but extremely successful in real estate. Sat down with him, asked him, could I take him to lunch, and asked him what was he doing to be able to be so successful. And he introduced to me 2 things. He said, Nicole, if you want to become successful in life, you have to understand the difference between farming and hunting. He said, I want you to pay attention to a lot of these agents that sit in this office. He said, they come in here every single day, and they wait for the phone to ring for someone to hand them business to be able to get a listing or to make a sale. He said, most of these people in here will probably never make any money because they're sitting around waiting for business to fall into their lap. He said, you have to learn how to be a hunter. He said, if you want to learn how to eat and eat today and feed your family today, you got to go out and get the business. And once he shared that with me, you guys, there were other things that he shared that with me, but that's the principles of life. I quickly, instantly, and I immediately understood that's about that whole that good things come to those who wait, but they get what's left after those who hustle. It's those who have that drive and have that hustle that go and get their kill for today. They hunt for today that they're able to accomplish a level of success and be able to make the money that they want to make. And pretty much I got into real estate, guys. I did follow his lead. I discovered the whole concept of marketing offline, and I became one of the top 5 agents in the company within a 1-year period of time, had my first 6-figure year, had billboards and bus stops and got my own magazines and newspapers. I started investing in my business, and I understood the power of marketing and became one of the top agents at that time. It was really good, it was awesome, but of course the market collapsed. And immediately I had to start from scratch and say, all right, how can I be able to recover to make the level of income and have the same level of success that I had in real estate? And I began to go online because, guys, you know, online is where we research everything, right? So I began to research, you know, what does it take to become a millionaire? How can you become successful? And it just so happened that it was all these various people on the internet sharing their stories, sharing their journeys, and actually giving you the understanding of why you needed to grasp the skill set of internet marketing. And needless to say, guys, that was 5 years ago. And when that happened, I had just lost everything. When real estate collapsed, guys, I had so much money invested in multiple properties that we literally had to sell every piece of furniture in our house and sell whatever we could because we didn't have no income. We had about $200 of income coming in because my husband and I worked together. And we ended up getting our houses foreclosed on, multiple houses getting foreclosed on. We had our cars repossessed. We ended up having to file bankruptcy. We ended up being homeless. We had nowhere to go and stay, and some friends allowed us to come stay with them in Atlanta. And to make it worse, you know, here I was going from being this 6-figure, top-producing real estate agent with bus signs and everything to being on welfare. And I think that was one of the most humiliating experiences of my life when I had to sit in the welfare office and ask for help for $400 a month to get some food to feed myself, my husband, and my daughter, or my being pregnant with my daughter. And guys, that created a fire. Like you heard Tracy say, you know, there's no real excuses in this world because we have so much opportunity at our fingertips if we just research and listen to what people are showing us. All the signs are there. And recently I was in LA. I was hosting a seminar. And this lady would just so happen to be in the building while we were hosting the seminar. She sat there the whole weekend and was giving us massive praise for what we taught in the seminar, number one. But what she explained to me, she said, Nicole, everything you shared on this weekend is what I do for a living. And I charge my clients $400 an hour to do what you just shared with this audience here today. And she said, let me say something to all of you guys that are sitting in this room. She said, a lot of you feel like you got to go out and figure out how to make more money. She said, there's no such thing as making more money because money has already been printed. You have to claim it. And when I heard that, guys, it just hit me. The reality is, guys, there is no going, you don't have to go and make more money. You have to claim it by showing up, tapping into the resources that are in front of you, and positioning yourself to follow the leaders of the people who have the results. Guys, that's what we call a clue, and this is where it all starts. So I'm going to give the panel a chance to share. I'm pretty sure there's certain things that they want to share. You guys have had a great opportunity to get a good introduction of who we are. But I want to just give you guys a chance to pretty much freelance. Trace, I don't know if there's certain things you want to ask the panel, but I'm going to let you ladies pretty much take over and share what you want to share, because I'm sure there's so much on your heart that you want to share with the people listening today. So whoever wants to step up, go ahead and take over.
Well, I think I'll just kind of ask a couple questions, and questions that I get a lot, and just throw them out there to see, which one of these rock stars, has a response to it, can offer some insight, just an effort to kind of help people, clear up their path and tweak everything and get back in alignment. So, how do you go from not being known, period, on the internet, to literally being able to show people without results, because you're new, that you have enough value for them to join you? As a new person, why should somebody, or how can I do more so that people join me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Stormy, not Anetta. This is Stormy Wellington. Well, I'm very new. I've actually been involved with Empower Network since the July 31st, and I must say that I learned a lot from Costa Rica and the 15K formula. That I literally learned that all you're doing is, blog is another word. Communication is really the same thing as blogging. And so what I've learned is that when you're communicating with people online, learn to talk to a person's pain, learn to talk to a person's frustrations, learn to entertain them, educate them, inspire them, motivate them through just building an online relationship. What I have noticed as well is that a lot of people who's getting in my group, they are involved in network marketing, and they have their own traditional business, and they've never done internet marketing before. And so they get caught up on just trying to blog, not realizing that, again, blogging is just communication. So they asked me, well, what do I say? I said, well, I learned a lot from, like I said, the 15K formula. And it could be a book you read. It could be something that happened with your kids. It could be something that happened with your spouse. It could be anything you want to talk about. Literally, one of the things that's exciting is the ability to get paid for your opinion, where somebody in the world cares about what you think. And so I think that's very powerful, because there are so many people in the world today that feel worthless and useless, and people don't, they don't think themselves that they have a voice. But I think that, what we have here with the Empower Network, it would give you a voice, and even though you may be shy, you get to hide behind a computer. And so hiding behind a computer, you could take on anybody's personality online. I could be Tracy if I wanted to. All I gotta do is copy what she does. I could be Nicole. All I gotta do is copy and paste, what she does. And then when you meet me, you're like, wow, you're the person I was talking to all the time, and you may be a little disappointed, but hey, it's too late at that point. So I like the way that you're able to communicate. And I had a good friend call me tonight and say, do you know what blogging means? I said, yeah, it means to communicate. He said, no, blogging means to be limitless, outstanding, and great. And I said, thank you so much for that. So I'll leave you guys on that note. Okay, y'all got me? Y'all good?
at you. I had to unmute myself. I was over here laughing. I couldn't get my hand on the dang mouse fast enough.
Oh, okay.
I love that. I love that. So essentially, some of what you're saying is you go learn something from somewhere, whatever that is, reading, watching, videoing, and then you take that information, you apply it, put it in your own words, and throw it back out there in the marketplace with your spin on it.
Oh my God, like literally there are so many people that can't recruit in network marketing or even in real estate. But yes, you get to hide behind the computer, be whoever you want, read a book, Google something, copy and paste it, tweak it a little bit, and it's yours. I mean, and that's crazy.
Absolutely. What do you other ladies have to say about that? Any additions to that, or should we just move on to like another question, another topic or something?
And I think another thing, you know, with getting started, you know, being new, I always tell people you definitely got to have a system of being consistent, you know, because a lot of times, you know, people want money instantly. It's going to happen instantly. And I always tell them, you know, it's just like how they say in network marketing or anything, you have to be consistent in the beginning and just do it. You know, if you can't get into blogging every day from the start, I just say pick, you know, 2 or 3 days, start that and build up. So once you get a flow, because one thing they have to understand is you have to stay consistent so that you can develop an audience to turn it into a following so that you can monetize on it. And a lot of times we go in and out. We ain't making no money, in and out. You can't do that. You got to be consistent and you got to have a steady flow.
Mm-hmm.
I super agree with that. And here's proof why. There are people that have literally been sitting on my list, that I know for a fact, sitting on my list for 2 years.
Yes.
2 years. They've seen everything. They've done, you know, they've looked at webinars or trainings and they communicate all on Facebook, but they're still not a member. But one day something changes in their life where they click the join button and they get started. If you quit in the first 2 weeks, then you just proved that you weren't the person for that person to join with in the first place, because number one, you weren't serious enough, and number two, you didn't even show the market that you were consistent enough to be worthy to be followed and be worthy to, you know, be on the receiving end of a financial transaction. So you gotta stay in the game, guys. I mean, we talk about athletes a lot, right? Because for some odd reason, if you make a lot of money, either you're an athlete or you're a singer or a rapper or your boyfriend is, right? And, you know, these people that make this type of money, let's just say from a professional athletic standpoint, they didn't just wake up at 22 one day and decide, you know what, I want to get drafted, so I'm going to go out here and I'm going to work for 2 weeks on this court or on this field, and I'm going to see who picks me up. These kids are working their tails off from Pop Warner, 5 and 6 years old, every single day, every season, all through elementary school, all through high school. They're playing every single day, every competition, going to state, doing this, traveling with a team. They get to college, they're doing the exact same thing, and guess what? All those years, they don't get paid a dime. They don't get paid a dime from an amateur perspective. It's not until they even get drafted that they make a dime from what they're doing. And why in internet marketing people want to just come in and get drafted to the pro team and they don't even know the first play on the field yet? I don't know. But you've got to remain consistent. You've got to stay in the game, and you got to treat this as if, you know, you're at least a collegiate athlete. At least a collegiate athlete where you're respected, you know what you're doing, or you're learning, but you haven't earned the right to be compensated yet because you're still growing and learning and you're building your value in the marketplace. And trust me, once you cross over, there's no group that drafts you. You draft yourself, right? You draft yourself into the professional field of what we're doing, and that could be at any time. That could be 2 weeks, like for Stormy. It could be for 3 years, like other people who have more personal development to go through before they can attract success and attract money to them. But either way, you got to put in the work.
And I want to share, and you guys know I love my favorite book. Well, I got a bunch of favorite books that I love. But, of course, Jon Acuff's Start, right? I talked about this when we were in Denver. One of the interesting things that he talked about was the fact that in order to become a master in anything, it usually takes someone 10,000 hours to invest in a certain thing to become a master. So when we talk about being a professional athlete, somebody's Facebook is chiming away. But when we talk about being a professional athlete, or even when we talk about going to college, right? Some of you guys might be in the nursing field. Some of you may be engineers. Some of you may be beauticians. Even beauticians, when you go to cosmetology school, you go by hours. How many hours have you invested in cosmetology school so that you can qualify to be able to graduate? It's the same thing, guys, in our business, is that your consistency, like Annetta shared and that Tracy shared, is what's investing in those hours of you mastering what it is that you do. And when we talk about blogging and internet marketing, and many of you guys are like, well, you know, so I'm talking about, what do I talk about? Guys, here's the thing about internet marketing, and I want you guys to get this, okay? Because I think it is very intimidating sometimes coming in and you see this panel of women and you feel like, oh my God, I got to be them to be successful. No, you don't. You got to be you. Who were you before you came on the internet? What is your background? What is your story? What are your interests? What are the things that you love? Being able to blog and get on the internet is like what Stormy said. It's about sharing your opinion on something, your point of view, sharing your skill set, your enthusiasm, your passion, your excitement, some things that you've learned. One of the best things that I've learned, and what I did when I first got started, Stormy shared this a little bit, was I watched a lot of trainings, and a lot of the questions that I had before I watched the trainings, when I got that aha moment and I figured it out, I talked about it in a video. I did a PowerPoint presentation on it. I began to explain to people what I was confused on once I discovered the answer. Guys, making money is about becoming a problem solver, right? Many of you guys have multiple problems right now, different challenges that you're faced with, and you're trying to figure out, how can I do this to get this? Well, once you start discovering those things, guys, there's tons of people who are where you were just getting started. You can get online and share your journey. You know, some of you guys didn't know what blogging is. Tonight, Stormy said that, what is it? I'm going to make up my own. I'm beautiful, lovely, outstanding, gorgeous. What did you say? I don't know what you said about, I can't remember the analogy for blogging. What was the analogy for blogging again?
Be limitless, outstanding, and great.
Be limitless, outstanding, and great. Awesome. Yes. Okay, so she shared that, guys. What does that mean to you? Go blog. You might do a blog post tonight that says, what is blogging? And you might say, I heard something last night that really meant a lot to me. Blogging really stands for be limitless, outstanding, and great. And this is my platform to share with the world how I'm going to be limitless, outstanding, and great. Guys, it's all about you taking who you are, taking your personality, the things that mean much, you know, a lot to you, the hurdles that you cross, the challenges that you face, that you overcome. It's being transparent and sharing that with other people who are where you were, okay? I'll hand it back over to you, Trace, with your crown. She's the queen.
I just had to play around and, you know, get a little fun going. All right, so let's get another question going that I get a lot, or that I hear circulates. Well, I want to make, and let's just keep this in reference to Empower Network, because the formula doesn't always match in other companies. The concept may be cool, but the numbers aren't going to match because of the way our pay plan works. But I want to be able to come in and make $5,000 a month. If I could make $5,000 a month, I would be totally happy with that. But I want to start at the $25 level first, and I want to see how well that goes. So can I make money at the $25 level enough to make $5,000 in a month? What do you ladies say to that?
No. And the reason why I say no, honestly, you know, you can make some money, but at the end of the day, you definitely need skill set. You know, and people, you want to make $5,000, but it's like you in preschool with internet marketing. So if you want to get in the game, you definitely gotta get the right tools, because if you don't have the right tools, how you gonna make $5,000? It's not like Tracy, Nicole, Stormy, or Lanika's going to sit there and educate you on something that Empower has already set up in the 15K. Like I tell people, get the 15K, because if you really, truly want to learn how to make 15K, everything is there. And so the $25 at the end of the day, you can make $5,000, but it's going to take a long time, because you guys already know organic traffic takes time. For one, you got to brand yourself. People have to learn who you are, and then they buy. What did you say, Tracy? Sometimes people follow you, but it takes them 2 years to spend $25. Versus with, you know, the 15K, they have all types of, you know, traffic where you have to buy it. Will it be expensive? No. But like I tell people, at the end of the day, if you live in paycheck to paycheck, you got to go out and get another job to invest in your business. Internet marketing is just a traditional business. It's just like a storefront. You have your blog. Like I tell people, you saying you're an internet marketer and you don't have a blog, that's just like having a vehicle with no engine in it. You ain't going nowhere on the internet. So you definitely have to spend that money to develop your skill set. Your skill set has to line up to you wanting to make 5,000. Tracy, you don't make 80 or to 80,000 or 100,000 a month based off when you first got started. You know, now you're making, you know, 80,000. You're almost about to be making $1 million very soon. But at the end of the day, it took time. You developed a skill set. So it's like people want results now, but they don't want to take the time to learn. You know, just like you got to discipline yourself. You set up, you know, different, you know, y'all set up team websites. And at the end of the day, you got the steps, but it's like people want to still call you and say, how do I do this? It's right there. Empower Network has, I mean, anybody can be a 7-6-figure earner, but you got to discipline yourself, and that's the key.
Let me kind of chime in here and say results may vary. Please see our income disclosure at www.empowernetwork.com/income.php. Thank you very much. I'll repeat that, www.empowernetwork.com/income.php. All right, so I had to share that with you guys because someone was like, did we say an income disclaimer yet? So I do want to share it with you guys because, guys, here's the deal. We want to be very honest, very practical with you about making money in this industry. A lot of people come and they also email us, and guys, give us this response. What do you think about this? But people come because they're desperate for money and they're behind on their bills, and they want to join Empower so that they can hurry up and make some money real fast. What would you say to that scenario? Stormy, what would you say? Lanika, what would you say?
Well, for me, honestly, I've always been a strong believer that you can have anything you put your mind to. Depending on, you know, what you already bring to the table, because the reality is some people come here with absolutely nothing at all, meaning you've never had past success, you've never, you know, you don't have any type of following, you're starting from scratch. And so if you're starting from scratch, you have to keep it into perspective. You may have to go through the process of really learning. Like you know, for me, I'm not going to make any income statements, but I've done all right for my first 15 days in the business, but I've really applied myself. You know, I must say, Annetta can tell you, and you even know this, Nicole, I'm 7.5 months pregnant, but I've been on this internet, I mean, hours. I don't go to bed till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm listening to what I'm listening to Costa Rica, I'm listening to 15K, and I'm immediately putting it into action. You know, I've learned a long time ago that the speed of implementation can create success. And so I move really, really quickly. And so if you know you bring nothing to the table, you don't even know how to connect with people, because that's the main thing. Do you know how to connect with people, and do you have the art of persuasion through your words? And if not, be willing to pace yourself and get the knowledge. But I must say that once you get it, you got it. And you're talking about from workshops to seminars to being able to speak in office buildings and being able to coach anybody on how to brand and build an online business, it becomes phenomenal. And so, you know, in closing, I will say that you have to be willing to be patient. And I just want to address one more thing. I heard you guys talk about the $25 blogging platform, and I'm going to speak from an amateur's perspective. I think that people don't understand. They think that they just get the blogging platform and that's all they need, because obviously it's easy for a person to spend $25. They don't recognize that the more product they get, the more information that they're going to get. And so, because at first I was like, oh, I'm about to start off with, you know, with $125. But obviously it didn't make sense to me, because I know that you have to spend money to make money. And when I began to listen to the other things, the other packages, it was able to really help me to understand that this is necessary. And so what I've been doing is I tell a person, you know, go ahead and start with the 25, but literally you have a shell of a house, and there's nothing inside of the house until you go out and get the other products and begin to listen and learn. And so, you know, for everybody listening, guys, you know, the blogging platform is important, but you're not developing any skill because you don't have the other products to be able to learn. So money is definitely there. I can't say that. It can come rather quickly, especially if you talk to, you know, I know you guys say don't talk to friends and family members because you don't have to, but who opens up a business and don't let their friends and family know that they have one? Everybody, that's not how it works. You let everybody know that you're in business. Start making money from your warm market, because there are people right now that are in your circle that's looking for a way to expand. I don't care if they have a bakery or they have a boutique or they're involved in network marketing. If you have no market, if you have no customers, you have no consumers, you have no money. So that's my piece.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. I think, and let me just kind of do a quick breakdown for you guys, because a lot of people don't understand our products. I mean, I get this question a lot. So if y'all don't mind, I'm just going to share what do you get when you invest in our products. And I want to preface this with, guys, here's the thing that you got to understand too. This is a business, and it's like almost purchasing a franchise, something that you get licensed to resell in a sense, right? And it also comes packaged in training. Our product is marketing training, where you discover the skill set to be able to learn how to market, whether you have, like she said, a boutique, any kind of storefront or traditional business, or even any home-based product or service that you want to offer. Empower is giving you what you need to know that is working right now, guys. There are corporate companies. I looked today. There's this website. I can't remember. I think it was through Mashable. They have like these conventions now and these job fairs that are all about internet-based companies for hire. And social media jobs, social media architect, all kind of new jobs are resurfacing or being developed. Positions are being made for people who are able to do what we're taught how to do and empower. Guys, these jobs pay. One of them I saw was like $140,000 a year, okay? Because you're a social media architect. What does that mean? You go on Facebook and Twitter and get massive exposure for a business in the social media space. That's what Empower is teaching us. There's multiple company universities now that are incorporating internet marketing degrees. You guys are going to see it promoted everywhere because that's the emerging demand for how business is done today. So let me just kind of go through, if y'all don't mind, and just share what our products are. Our $25 product, guys, is just the blog. Like Stormy said, it's like a house. It's just a shell. There's no furniture on the inside. It's really pretty much like the foundation. It's not even a shell. You know, your plumbing and all that stuff is not there. You just have the foundation, the slab, or let's just say the land that you can actually be able to start putting your home on. The Inner Circle, guys, is the personal development training, but it also comes with skill set. A skill set combined with mindset. It's audios that you hear from a lot of these top leaders that are out here today, where they're sharing what they did to succeed. So it's like getting one of these phone calls, like this kind of training tonight, where you get intense background stories and an overview of what people have accomplished and how they're actually able to accomplish it through our Inner Circle audios. Our Costa Rica Mastermind, guys, if you want to learn about online sales and being able to connect with people in a way that will give them what they want, where you become a problem solver and you have people ready to buy from you, you literally can learn how to make money out of thin air by accessing the Costa Rica, because it teaches you conceptually what internet marketing is and what online sales is and how buyers think online. I think it's over 48% of the population, or 50-something% of the population, buy online consistently, right? So that means one out of every 2 people on this webinar are always buying something online. I think the numbers are higher. It might be more than 70% or 80%. I can't remember. But a big percentage of our population buy online. Guys, they're buying all the time, from Amazon to now you see Victoria's Secret and all these other companies. They're pushing and promoting their products over the internet because we want convenience. So the Costa Rica teaches you how to sell online and how to master the concept of exchanging information for income, how to turn information into income. The 15K formula, guys, is the meat and potatoes of how to market on through video marketing. What is search engine optimization and how to maximize it? How to do email marketing properly with copywriting. how to create magazine ads, something that we call media buys so that you can get massive exposure, how to build your list very quickly and find a massive audience of buyers. It's a lot of how-to. It's the real meat and potatoes of the skill of the how-to. If you're in Empower Network and you do not own the 15K and you want to keep calling your sponsor and you're lost and you're confused and you don't understand how, it's because you don't own the 15K. So you have to make that investment. Then when we get to the Masters, guys, the Masters is where the magic happens. It's like the ability to sit in an audience of people who are multimillionaires that have produced massive levels of success in their background, and they actually are in a place where they're going to share with you how they became millionaires, how they created influence, how they were able to have a massive level of impact in the industry, and they show you exactly how to do it. And I want to share it with a lot of you because you guys are going to watch this and want to know, well, I hear about Empower, I heard about the products, but I don't understand what it is and why I need to get it. They all consist of training, they all consist of internet marketing training, and they're all products that you want to get your hands on to develop the skill, but they're also going to put way more money in your pocket the more that you invest in them. So think about the concept of spending versus investing. Spending, there is no return. You go out right now and you spend money on something, there's no return on it. Investment is putting money somewhere where it's going to give you a return on your investment. And guys, Empower Network is an investment into your future and building on your value. So wanted to share that with you guys because I know many of you guys want to figure out what in the heck is Empower, and hopefully that helps somebody.
All right. Well, really quickly, I know you guys are probably going to close this out really soon, but I had someone send, can you hear me? Okay, somebody sent me a text and they said, since you're so new to this internet marketing thing, what did you do first, second, and third? That's the question, I guess, that they probably want me to answer, and I guess maybe somebody else who's a little, you know, I guess all you guys are professionals. You've been in the game for a while. What I would say is that the first thing that I did was, of course, I researched your company to make sure it was definitely a good fit for me, and I took a look at the compensation plan. Money is always a major factor for me, obviously. But the second thing that I did was I seen what, you know, how it would be beneficial to not only my existing business, but I wanted to, you know, see how I could bring value to others. And so once I realized that this company would allow me to bring value and learn a skill set, that is what pumped me up. And then I went to school. I went to class, you know, every day. It's like I literally would be up at 9 o'clock in the morning, going to bed at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because I was glued to my computer screen because it was so engaging and the information was so fun to learn. So I learned a lot. I set up, of course, my Aweber account, and just the sound of making automatic money was music to my ears. And so I understood, you know, putting systems in place. And so I really put a lot of time into understanding the back end and really understanding what is necessary to bring in a check. I don't always focus on the mundane. I always focus on the money. And so when I discovered how the money comes in, that was my primary focus, was to start blogging on Facebook, though. Not blogging on a blogging platform, but blogging using social media and driving people to opt in to get information from me. And so right now, I have almost 1,000 people that has opted into my Aweber, and I've only been with the company since the 31st, and that's basically money in the bank. And so because I'm feeding these people every day motivation, information, inspiration, videos, and the company automatically give you those 100 autoresponders, it just been like, honestly, I don't want to say it's too good to be true, but it's almost mind-blowing how once you apply yourself, put everything in perspective, and organize everything, because there is a lot that you have to organize, but once you do it, being able to wake up in the morning, I mean, to $300, $400, even $100, $200 is a blessing, especially being able to earn while you learn. So I just went to work, and the minute I got some information, I immediately put it to work, and of course, I did bring somebody on board that was seasoned in you know, developing sites and stuff like that, because I do understand that there is a certain type of presence that you have to have online to separate yourself and stand out. And so that was also something that I was able to apply to be able to stand out versus blend in with everybody else. And so, like I said, I just really put everything to work.
Trace, were you going to add?
Yeah, I was trying to say I couldn't even unmute myself. So I mean, I think that's I think that's phenomenal what you talked about, but what I want to zoom in on that you said was you went to school, right? A lot of people will get started. A lot of people will do the research. A lot of people will get ready to get ready. And they sit down at their desk like all of us are, and they cut their computer on, and then what do they start doing? A whole bunch of non-income producing activities, right? You said you're focused on what brings in the money. And those would be the income producing activities. And so Stormy said that she was blogging on Facebook. Right? She didn't say she was just looking at other people's posts, and she didn't say that she was just kind of moseying around and see who she could poke. What she said was she was blogging on Facebook, and she was driving the people in her social media circle onto her lead capture page, which dumped them into her AWeber list, and now she's got 1,000 people in there that she can communicate with at the push of a button. Write something once and send them push the button. And so guys, you know, it's really not that hard to do. I think it's the same really in anything. I don't think that starting here is different than if you were going to start, you know, a real estate business. When I started my real estate business, what I had to do was learn the information from people who already knew it. So I went to trainings, I went to seminars, I bought courses, I did all this stuff. I had mentors. And then when they told me to do a specific set of things, then I just did that specific set of things. And at times I was up late. At times I didn't get any sleep. But there's something amazing about the human brain. When you start stretching it and it starts to absorb new information, at some point, that information isn't new anymore. Now this information is almost like common knowledge, and you can go on and you can start doing these things with speed. In the beginning, it's slow. Just like if you were trying to ride a bike, it was your first time ever. It's not as fast. You might fall off. You might scrape your knee or your elbow. But you keep riding. You keep getting on there. Eventually, you can take the training wheels off. And now your dad or your mom doesn't have to push you from the back at all. Next thing you know, you're kind of riding on your own. You're picking up speed. You're popping wheelies. You're standing up riding the bike. You're doing all these different things subconsciously. Why? But because you started off just learning how to pedal. Just learning how to keep your balance. And that's all we're saying here. You've got to get yourself in these products. We're not just selling them just to make money, right? We're selling them because they're actually of value and of good use to you. It does us no good to sell you crap that doesn't work, right? We wouldn't be where we are if we just sold you bull, right? We're trying to provide you with the accurate education that you need to excel in today's day and age via the internet. It's going to be up to you at the end of the day whether you're going to stay up, whether you're going to put a couple extra hours on your clock, whether you're going to pour some coffee and do what you got to do, whether you're going to wait till the kids go to sleep and you stay awake, whether you're going to get off that TV for long enough and get on those videos, those trainings, whether you're going to get off the phone and get on the audio trainings. That is going to be up to you. But what you need to do, guys, I think you already know what you need to do. I think you just need to just make the decision to do it and realize that the only difference between, in my opinion, any of these ladies and possibly you is that we're just consistently doing the income producing activities, rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Rain, snow, sleet, or hail. When you get to that point where you don't care, it's just against all odds, you're going to do what you got to do, suddenly, magically, you'll find results in your favor. That's my 2 cents.
And I just want to add to and just say this, guys, timing is critical as well, right? Because a lot of you are here and you're hearing this information that Tracy talked about earlier. There's people who've been on the list for 2 years. But people are coming in now who've been watching us for years saying, what can I do to hurry up and get to where you are? Because I've been watching you for years. I want to kind of get to that level. And it's like, no, you didn't put in the time. You did not get started to really begin to understand, to position yourself, to create the value, to do all these things to get to that level. And guys, here's the sad part for me, is that when we first got started, and Tracy recalls this, there was a small community of us when we first got started in 2008. I mean, we literally kind of knew each other by name. There wasn't a lot of people really into this industry like it is now. And we saw those same people over the years jumping, hopping, rushing, and chasing to get this overnight success and not really developing that skill and creating a level of consistency that would give them credibility in the industry. And today, 5 years later, they're still struggling. They're still going from company to company. They're still trying to figure out what they need to do to succeed. And it all boils down, guys, into saying, you know what, I'm going to stick this thing out. I'm going to plant my roots right here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to invest in really learning and developing and evolving by doing the work and being consistent and paying my dues, and you'll be able to reap a harvest. Because I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of people who are just watching. And they're going to watch their way right out of money. And when they start struggling is where they want to jump in and rush the process. Guys, don't be that person. So take advantage of what it is that you have and really go to work. Lanika, you're so quiet. We can't hear you. Tracy, you in this magnifying glass.
You know what? I mean, Lanika, of course, you talk about whatever you want to talk about, but you posted something in the chat a little earlier when we were talking about the $25 and someone wanting to make, let's say, $5,000 a month. Right. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because Annetta talked about the skills, right? But you talked about the numbers behind it.
Yes. Well, I'm a numbers person, but first of all, how y'all doing again? Got booted off and just here trying to, orchestrate some projects with a middle school daughter. But it is what we do, right? But what I was going to say was that, because I think the question that you asked was, if you wanted to earn $5,000 a month on the $25 level, would it be possible? And in fact, it could be possible, but guess what? It will require you to come in here and to enroll personally about 200 people per month, okay? And so even those that are earning, 6 and 7 figures in the industry, I don't even know their numbers are that high, on a consistent basis, right? So when you think about it from the standpoint of the numbers, the ability to be able to leverage your time and income will be contingent upon you coming in on the higher level products. So you wouldn't want to, you're pretty much setting yourself up. You have false expectations because most people that, are getting started on the internet will not be able to come in and to enroll 200 people per month. But one of the things that I wanted to discuss is that I think a lot of people have fear. It's like some level of fear that they have about the internet. And it is, and even for those of you who are watching and you've already come on board with Empower Network, it's the fear to implement. You may not believe in yourself that you can do it. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. So what if you spell something wrong, or so what if you, do something wrong? That is how we learn. And so I think that from the standpoint of a new person, if you really want to be successful with this at a rapid pace, all right, because a lot of people are wanting, the instant overnight success that many people hear about, you have to learn how to implement, but you have to learn how to implement really fast, okay? And as you implement really fast, you'll find that you will mess up, but you'll find that even during the process while you're messing up, you'll also experience success along the way, and then you'll find out what is it that you need to do to tweak, to rectify, to change your things so that you can even advance a little further. So to Tracy's point, when she asked about the numbers, again, I just wanted to cover that again. It's really not possible, all right, to come in here and say you want to earn $5,000 a month just at the lower level, and then also for the people that are really wanting more information or just wanting help, they already cover consistency, but one of the main things you have to do is implement, and you have to believe in your heart and even believe in yourself. Then you can do it, and that you can build a successful business online. And one of the things that I share all the time, and this is something that I live by, and that is if it has been done, then it means it can be done. If you see people out there, I was talking to someone today about a young man who was in Holland, 12 to 13 years old, kid out there learning, the skill of internet marketing and having a tremendous amount of stuff, then definitely you can do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it back over to you. I got to get out of the way right quick to help one of my daughters. But implementation is key, and just making sure that you set realistic expectations based upon where you're at in the business.
Can I share something that I was going through the numbers on the other day for people that want to make money, who really are serious about earning an income? A partner and I, like Lanika was talking about with the numbers, right? A lot of people want to get down to the money. I think the majority of the people, if I go through and look at these comments right now, right, I've seen a lot of people saying, I just want to make 2 cents, the 2 cents like Tracy makes. I want to make real money. I want to get off of working these jobs. I want to, a lot of us have the underlying desire to make the money. So what I was doing the other day was pretty much trying to map out a realistic idea for people, depending on what products, where they are, what the potential income earnings can be if you market, share, promote, take action, guys. This is not just voluntary, I'm here, now I'm ready to make money. This is real, actually doing and following and implementing. If you are at the blogging level and you actually are, and let me just say this, results may vary. This is not a guarantee. And this is, you have to see our income disclaimer. But as being an affiliate, the kind of income potential that you can earn, at the blogging level, if you sold blogging platforms, would be between $25 to $100 a month.
Wow.
That's just average, realistic, right? The inner circle would be between estimated 125 to 500. And Tracy, correct me if I need to be corrected, okay? But we were just kind of looking at the practical numbers. Costa Rica between 625 and potentially between 625 and 1500, maybe 2000. This is just based on production and things like that, guys. You gotta take action, but this is what you can look at from an income standpoint.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go back to that Costa Rica one, right?
Okay.
This is what I want people to remember. Not everybody was here at the beginning, right? When Empowered Network first started, the highest all-in at that time was $625. Okay, it was $625. And my first week, and results may vary, I made $9,000 with only 3 products. Right? Only 3 products. We didn't even have the 15K yet. We didn't even have the master's course yet. They didn't even exist. They weren't even created. So I think that depending on one's drive and one's tenacity and one's determination to make things work, even at the 625 level, that's really where the name of the product, 15K per month module, that's why it's called that. Because after the first 90 days in the business, overall, you guys know David Wood, our co-founder, is a numbers guy. He's the CEO. He's the visionary. He's driven by the trends and what's happening. After the first 90 days of the company being in existence, he pulled a report. And he looked at what all the people that were making at least $15,000 or a month, what did they have in common? It's similar to the book Think and Grow Rich, right? Napoleon Hill went and talked to all these different millionaires to find out what they all had in common. Well, that's all David Wood did, and what he found out was that at that time we were getting between 1 to 2 sales a day, right? 1 to 2 sales a day, with the maximum potential earnings for each customer to be $625. Also, we didn't even have the $19.95 fee. We don't get commissions on that, but we didn't have it, right? So at $625, with 1 to 2 sales a day, after 90 days of consistently sponsoring 1 to 2 people, everyone that had made over $15,000, that's what they did. That's what they did. The 15K, being able to earn a $1,000 commission did nothing but kick it up a notch. It wasn't even a requirement in terms of 5 figures a month. It wasn't. And the master's course was just, we were going bananas, because now we're thinking, well, shoot, I only have to make 1 of those sales to make a $3,000 commission, whereas before with the 625, it was multiple sales. So all we did was really triple our income with those other 2 products. But the first 6-7 months of the company, I believe, it was all 625, and people were making 5 figures, 6 figures then. So I just want to throw that out there, that it's absolutely possible to do it, at least at the Costa Rica, numbers-wise. numbers-wise. But education-wise, that's why we created the 15K, because we realized that the new people coming in needed more. They needed a little bit more, thus the creation of that product. So I just want to go that out there, Nick.
Oh, yeah, no, and it's good to know because, guys, it all boils down to production, right? Taking action. And I just want to give a real practical view of you guys realizing, like, people come in and say, I want to make $5,000 at the blogging level. Well, you need to be at least the Costa Rica minimum, okay? You need to be at the Costa Rica minimum. If you want to hit $10,000, $15,000 a month, guys, you need to be at the 15K level, right? If you want to get to the 30,000, these major incomes you're hearing, you've got to be at the master's level. And that's pretty much why I documented this, was to give people a very practical look at how the money's being made. Because a lot of people are like, well, in the next 30 days, I want to be on stage with a $90,000 check from production of 3 months, and I have the blog in the inner circle. Guys, it's not going to happen. It happens if you, number one, get access to the training to show you how. Okay, it's a revolving circle. You get the products to show you how to market, which will show you how to create the income level. It's just one hand washes the other. So I just wanted to put that out there, that if you want to get to these different income levels, here's your practical approach of the products that you need to own to make it happen. Stormy, I think you're trying to say.
I am. I'm getting text messages and people inbox me on Facebook as well. I think that right now the conversation is obviously amazing, but I think it's from the standpoint from a person that knows what Empower Network actually really is. Can you guys take it down a notch and just kind of share with, I don't know if you or maybe Tracy can just share with everybody what the company really is, and then I think people will be a little bit more clear on exactly what you say or what do you mean when you talk about the products. Can somebody just cover like a really quick overview on what Empower Network really represents? You want me to do it?
Share your point of view, because I covered it a couple of times.
And there's a recording of this, so a person can go back and watch it. But go ahead, Stormy.
Y'all know some people special. Everybody not as advanced as you guys. Some people look special. They rolling on a yellow bus.
But I would love for you to share, because I think you come from a world where you can really relate, coming from purely being offline and being able to understand what they need to hear. So let's share from your point of view.
Okay, first of all, do I have a hat on my head or a crown or something? I just want to know.
No, you have to go over to Google Effects, and then a whole little plethora of little icons are there, and you can pick one.
Oh, so I'm the only one that looks normal. I don't look animated. Okay, that's fine. Well, I will share my perspective, and I must say I have compassion for people, because a lot of these people, they're not as advanced as all you rich internet ladies. A lot of the people that's listening to this, they come from network marketing, and you got to know, in network marketing, we're used to hustling and bustling and getting out there, hitting the streets, doing the home meetings, doing the hotel meetings, meeting people, 3-foot rule, 3-way calls, opportunity calls, and we don't understand this internet stuff. We just think it's something to do for fun, So I would like to say to everybody that's listening tonight, if you are involved in network marketing, or even if you are a traditional, oh, that's so cute, Lanika, or even if you are a traditional business owner, Empower Network is a company that gives you the tools and helps you develop the skill set to globally expand your business. It teaches you how to develop a platform and how to connect with people all around the world without having to, leave your home and just really go crazy on your friends and stalk your family members. This company really teaches you how to expand. Obviously, while you're expanding your business, therefore getting more consumers and customers and building new relationships. Guys, you learn how to get a person to, okay, Lanika, mute your thing. You so good giggly, we can't hear, okay? I know y'all cute and everything, but so yeah. So the company allows you to build relationships online that eventually you could take them offline. And so it doesn't matter what you do. It's the new way of business. We went from the agricultural days or age into the from the industrial age. Now we're in the information age where people want to learn, and people understand. The more you learn, the more you earn. When you're able to bring more value to somebody, then that's when you become more in high demand. The difference between somebody that makes multiple six figures a year in the home-based business, and even as an entrepreneur, is the value that they bring to somebody else. And so if it's just about you trying to shove your product or your company down someone's throat without bringing some real value or even knowing how to reach the masses, that's the thing. You have to know how to reach the masses. And so you said it earlier, Nicole, before I even got into or got involved with Empower Network, I was a top recruiter. I recruited, over 300 people in my first company, and I recruited over 220 people in my second company. And I was already doing internet marketing, but I was not doing it strategically. And I would have to say that more than half of the people that I recruited came from the relationships that started online, and I took them offline. And so I think that will bring just a little clarity, guys. What the company allows you to do is they teach you how to build more business, how to brand yourself, and how to use attraction marketing, to literally have people looking for you. I'm an author. I've written 2 books, and my 3rd book is soon to come. And I feel as if because of what I've experienced through Empower Network, I'm going to be able to sell more books. I'm also looking to become more of a trainer and obviously do more motivational speaking and more seminars. And so now I could do a seminar, Nicole, and not just talk from mindset, but now I could give you a skill set. And so therefore, when I used to charge $40 to come into my seminar, now I could charge you $97 and then sell you Empower Network on the back end. So I believe in multiple streams of income, and I believe in really knowing how to give somebody a skill. And really, when we begin to listen to the information, you learn so much so fast, you're ready to do a seminar, in 2 weeks with just a little bit of knowledge that you have. So just wanted to share that so people could get it. And another thing that I find that a lot of people miss is that they're so used to something tangible getting shipped to their home. And so we kind of miss that, like, what am I buying? Well, you're buying information that's being delivered to you through digital download. When you look at Jay-Z and Beyonce and Kelly Rowland, all these singers, guys, people are not going to Sam Goody no more and Best Buy buying CDs. They're downloading the music on their iPads and their iPhones, and that's how they're listening to the music. As a matter of fact, when you look at the market in the music industry, they're making more money with downloads than from buying and selling CDs. And so that's what Empower Network has done. They become innovative, where once you buy the products, it's available for you immediately. And I like that. We live in a microwave society where people want immediate results. And so to be able to get your package and have it downloaded to your device immediately for you to be able to utilize it, I think that is absolutely amazing. So that's my 2 cents. I'm done.
Thank you for such a very good example. Making it really practical for people, because a lot of people do ask that question. So, guys, we will have this replay available to all of our Empower Network family members out there who will want to share this hangout. You can see the link above and put your username behind it, and you can share it. So a lot of people are asking me, is this recorded? Is this recorded? Yes, it is. So you'll see at the top, whoever invited you here, there will be a username there. You just can replace it with yours and share it with people. And guys, that's how beautiful this is. Because even if you don't know anything, a lot of you are joining right now. Like, we're getting text messages. Many people are upgrading. People are joining. A lot of things are happening. You're like, what next? Well, what's next is you copy the username, the domain name up here, put your Empower username on the end, and you share it with people and let us share with them what this is. You don't have to explain it. And that's another thing, too. Stormy pretty much hit the whole network marketing concept. A lot of us come from network marketing backgrounds where you had to learn a presentation. You had to, if you're scared to speak, you had to build up the courage to pretty much go in front of a room of your family and friends and do a presentation, guys. But here, you don't have to do that. It's not about you needing the skill to tell people how this works. We have systems. And there's key things that you'll learn about what we do as internet marketers is leveraging leverage, number one, systems, number two, and then automation, number three. We leverage things where we do something one time and it's out there where it can be working for us over and over again around the clock, where you're literally, like Stormy's saying, wake up to $300-$400 sales that have happened while you were sleeping, because someone, when we finish with this, we're going to send this replay out to our list. They're going to watch it. When we wake up, people are going to join. They're going to upgrade. They're going to do all these things. It's doing something one time and allowing it to work for you over and over again. And then the systems. Empower has a system where they do the sales. They share what it is that we do. They have the lead capture pages and all that stuff already prepared. You get a link the minute that you join, and all you got to do is share the link. And you leverage that system. And then automation, guys. As we're producing content, one of the beautiful things about being on the internet is you start building a library of a presence online. So if you do blog posts, if you shoot videos, you know, you're on Instagram and you're sharing stuff on Instagram or on Pinterest or wherever, guys, it's building up a library of presence that's attached to your name. So if someone Googles your name, if they go on right now and Google Nicole Cooper or Netta Powell or any of our names, we're going to be all over the internet. It's very impressive to people when they see that you have a presence online, and it'll do a lot for you in your business. So for a lot of you new people who are totally clueless about this, you feel lost, listen, it's okay. It's okay, like Tracy talked about getting on a bike and learning how to ride for the first time, but just keep hopping on the bike no matter how many times you fall off, guys. You'll learn as we move along. So if you won't figure it all out up front and don't try, just click the link below right now and join. Join. There's a link up under here. Ladies, can you point to the link? Where's the link? The link is below here, and you can click join now. And you pretty much just follow the lead and we show you what to do. So just wanted to throw that out there for all of our peeps just getting started. Welcome to the family. And for any of you, you know, Annetta's over there in Venice right now. She got the gondolas in the background. We're having a whole lot of fun. Stormy over there in a corporate America mindset. Come on, girl, where's your hat?
She's trying to figure out what her Google effects are at.
Click.
Who said that? That's not true. That's not true.
Loosen up, Stormy. Put some sunglasses on and your tiara, girl. I got my party hat on, because this is a party, y'all. We're really making money, having a whole lot of fun, and having control of our lives. So, you know what? I know we've been on for a while. We can talk all night long. But, ladies, if you have some things that you want to share before we wrap this up, I'll just let you guys pretty much take over. Oh, go ahead, Stormy. Look at her meow.
The only thing I would like to share, I have been having the time, I'm telling you, in here, can't hardly see, but I know you can hear me out there, internet marketing world. And you know, as Nicole, I think Nicole or Tracy introduced me, I'm a mom of 6. I have 6 children, all right? So no excuses whatsoever. But this is a major movement happening here. And one of the things that I have realized, and I'm coming to continue to realize, is this: in life, we only have just a few opportunities that pass us by, or shall I say, that we can take a hold of. And Empower Network, it's a movement happening here. When you get phone calls, emails, text messages, or just whatever from people that, you know, have earned 6 and 7 figures in the industry, and they're wanting to know what's going over there because they're hearing about all of the buzz or what's happening. And you know, when a lot of what we heard even last year was that, you know, it's just some internet marketing thing. Well, I'm telling you, it is not just some internet marketing thing at this point. This is a major movement, and you don't want to be, you know, 5 years out, 10 years out, and say, well, gosh, that internet marketing thing that I thought was just an internet marketing thing, I missed out on it, and I missed out on the ability to be able to capitalize of the momentum that was taking place. So that is my message for tonight. Many of you all, you're looking at this webinar and you're wondering, gosh, you know, is this for me? Is this something that I could do? Now, I want to definitely tell you, if you feel something pulling and nudging at you, then go ahead and, you know, click on the link to join. Get back with the person that sent you the link, whether it was through Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, an email, a text message, or whatever, or even a phone call, because there is some magic happening in here. And we are a part of one of the fastest growing teams in Empower Network, which is another thing that you'll be able to capitalize off of the success in the platform and the foundation that has already been laid out. So I just wanted to share some major movement happening, and there are going to be a lot of people left behind. I'm done.
Well, you know what? Let me just share this. I won't say her name, but she just sent me a message on Facebook, and this is what she said. She said, I just joined. It's 10:49 p.m. This is like 1 minute ago. She goes, I just joined at the $25 level, but from what I am hearing, there's more. I will look at the training tomorrow. You are right when you said people are in touch with you for 2 years. I have been. I'm ready to start. I will be on the call at noon tomorrow. Guys, I'm telling you, people are sitting, they're waiting. It's not until you actually take hold of your belief in what you're doing and run so fast forward that they will either decide to either run with you or just get left behind. It's up to them at that point. But I'm telling you guys, I know from experience, this lady just said it. Keep going. It is a movement, like Lanika said, and either you are moving or you getting moved over. All right, and you know, it can't be a funny feeling. You know, when I was in high school, in the inner city of Chicago, you know, there were a lot of gangs in Chicago, and a couple of gangs, but a lot of fights and shootings and things like that. And from where I'm from, you know, they would say if they're getting ready to jump you, that somebody getting ready to get moved on. Right? Somebody's getting ready to get moved on. And when somebody's getting ready to get moved on, that literally meant that a big group of people were getting ready to take action, right, against this one person. Not here to discuss whether it was, you know, necessary or not, but that's what the term meant, right? And literally what Lanika just said is some people are going to get moved on, okay? And we're begging you to get on board. We're begging you to get on board and enjoy the journey and learn, earn as you learn with us.
Well, I think we are coming to a close. Guys, I don't know what else we can say.
We're getting sillier and sillier by the minute, I tell you that.
Yeah. You know, the later it gets, the crazier we get. You know, we done created beards and had birthday parties and, you know, had Dr. Seuss connections.
Went
over in Italy. Went snorkeling. But guys, listen, and I'll say this just from personal experience. Not only are what we share with you just the facts of what it is, but it can be the best, most life-enhancing move you ever make that can totally alter your future. Or it can keep you where you are. I just came back from home, being in Los Angeles, and I go into a state of shock every time I go home because nothing's changed. A lot of people's situations haven't changed. People who've been waiting on settlements back in the 80s are still waiting on settlements. You know what I mean? You gotta take action and redeem the time that you have, guys, because the world around us is changing, and it's all about making a decision. And this is that epic encounter where it can totally alter where you'll be in the next 3 to 5 years. So click the link below. Just click the link below. If you're already in, upgrade, get to the next. You know, come on, ladies, do the dance. We need to do come up with a dance like Tom has. Annetta and Lanika, come on now.
What we doing?
Y'all remember the Bankhead bounce?
We need to come up with a ladies dance. But click the link below. Click the link below. Click the link below.
Yeah, because somebody said on our advertisement, y'all look like a girl band. What's your name? So, yeah, we're singing songs of success, guys. This is where the magic happens. It's all about clicking the link below. Ladies, if you have any closing words, go ahead and talk to all your amazing new partners out there who just upgraded. They're so excited to see you. Annetta, you've disappeared in Italy. I know the gondola is waiting for you, but we can't see you.
You can't see me?
We can't see you.
I said in the chat that she was actually fading into Venice. Like, I could barely even see her face.
Yeah, this is, yes, Stormy is yawning. The baby is kicking.
All righty then. I'm going to see you ladies later. Click the link below. We welcome men too. Bye.
Yeah.
Toodle. See you at the beach. I'll meet you at the bank. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Good night, everybody.
Click the link below. Click the link below. All right, that's a wrap. And for all of you guys watching, the replay is available. I think somebody posted the link, so stay tuned, get the link, and share it. It's just me and you, Annetta.
Right. Bye.
Bye.